Welcome to MCC Dream Team, where each month I have a different guest on to discuss what their dream MCC would look like. And today we have the one and only BlurriosHut's. Welcome to the channel. Yay! There's applause in the background. We have applause playing. So welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
You do MCC content as well. It's really good. Your leader's video is beyond anything I've done. The editing in it is insane.
Not true.
No, the editing in that is crazy. It's crazy. And of course, so yeah, you love MCC. So the first question has to always be, how did you get into MCC, and which was the first one you ever watched?
I ended up getting into it a lot because like COVID had just sort of started. There wasn't like a lot going on, so I didn't really have much to watch. There was a lot of like hype on it on TikTok because the first one I watched was MCC 8, which was in August of 2020, I believe.
Yep, definitely.
And there was just a lot of hype going on around it, and I thought it'd be a cool thing to watch because I'd already liked Minecraft, so I just started getting into it about then.
Yeah. Who did you watch in the first MCC?
I watched Dream in the first MCC.
Oh yeah, the famous duo. That was
yeah.
Definitely the biggest thing that happened. Because they built up their rivalry at that point, and then I remember they just kept going on stream. We're asking Scott to let us team together, and yeah, it finally happened, and it was amazing. That was his Dream always wins in August, which is probably good for him this MCC.
Oh yeah,
16 and 8.
Wait, that's awesome.
It's every 8 MCCs as well, which is just how it ends up being. But yeah, following on from that, as we were talking about Dream, and he might not be, but who is your favourite player to watch in the event overall?
Funny enough, it is not Dream.
Okay.
Even though he was the first point of view I watched Tommy's point of view pretty much every time. He's just like, I need a lot of fast gameplay and talking to be able to like focus on something for a long period of time. And Tommy definitely like gives that energy and it's very there. It's very hard to miss him, especially if you're on a team with him. But I'll go and like switch to other people's VODs like afterwards, or even specific games. Like I'll enjoy watching other players, but normally it's Tommy. That's just my go-to point of view.
Fair enough. I always watch Tommy second because I watch it like late afterwards. So I watch the event, and then I'll do my stream, and then I'll watch Tommy afterwards because he'll keep me up. The energy will make sure I stay awake. And
it's hard not to pay attention to him.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's that throughout lockdown and so on, I was watching his streams on the Dream SMP. There's so much energy in him.
Yeah, it was cool seeing like a creator that's like around the same age like when I actually joined, because he's only like a month older than I am. So it was like kind of cool to see that someone my age was doing something like so big at the time and can have so much like stage presence.
Yes, yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Stage presence from the stage shows he used to do. He does. Yeah. He gives off main character energy so much.
Yeah, that's probably why the Dream SMP turned into main character energy for Tommy.
Exactly. With that, we have to ask, what's your favorite teams as well that they've ever been?
Oh, okay. I have my favorite team is MCC 16's like Red Rabbits, which funny enough has Tommy on it. But it's yeah. But it's Tommy, Rambo, Wilbur, and Filza. I took a small MCC break between like MCC 13 and 15. Like I just was never able to be on for them. And then MCC 16 had so much Twitter hype. Like, and I had a friend who made this like beautiful like artwork. It was just so like well done, and I just like it just got me really excited because like a lot of people were making like art for that event and for that team.
Yeah.
And then like actually watching it, they pulled through so well. Like their energy was so like unmatched. It's awesome. I love watching those four. Like seriously, it's great.
I actually watched that today because I needed to get a clip of Rambo, and I used the Skywars clip where he just buries himself into the bottom of the map to hide.
Oh my god! Wait, yeah.
They all died. He's just like, yep, gonna win by hiding underneath.
That's so Rambo though. I feel like he always wins in like ways that you don't see as strategic, and then he just like pulls it out of nowhere. It's great because he's so good at the game. Especially like movement based stuff. Like I love watching him during like I even like Sands of Time trying to get like hard to get keys. Love watching him during those sort of scenes. But like I don't know. Every time I watch him, it just seems like he has the least strategic ways of getting out of things. But then he always pulls through. I don't know how he does it, but he manages to.
Last event, Wilbur's whole strat was just burrowing under the map to make sure no one could get them. Which was they were definitely the weakest side, so definitely understandable. But yeah, I'm so desperate for Rambo and Wilbur to win one soon. It's gotta happen.
Oh,
it's gotta happen.
So cool. I'd love to see that duo actually pull through.
Yes, definitely. And maybe this event, but
maybe
probably not. Third place curse. Again, following on, favorite win an event.
I think my favorite was before I took my break. It was MCC 12, and it was the one time I changed point of views. It was the one time I wanted to watch Wilbur instead. Yeah. And then they won it. It was the Green Guardians. It had George Not Found, Philza, Tappel, and Wilbur. And it was just so, I don't know what it was about it. Like, I just had a really fun time watching it. And that's like, the energy always like keeps me entertained for MCCs. Like, there can be like many great moments, but like if the team doesn't have very good synergy, then I feel it falls a little bit flat, even if they're doing really good.
Yeah. Definitely, and I like it's one of those events that has definitely always stayed in my mind because I just didn't expect them to do well, and then they just destroyed, and it was just I watched that one live as well, and it was amazing to see how much they just like the energy they brought, and I think Wilbur and Phil's is such a great duo because Wilbur's always trying to annoy Phil. Whereas and then you put Tommy in that as well, and it's more. And then there's that was very much like the peak of Goggy-ism, where they were all just obsessed with Goggy all the time.
Yeah, and, it's yeah. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I feel like it was also a really good rise of seeing like Tappel as like a formidable player. Like he is so good, but he's so underrated. Like it's really weird that he kind of goes under the radar, especially with how good he is. Like just at any game, he's very like well-rounded.
Definitely. I just don't think he's put in as many events, and that hasn't. I think as long as he's put in events, he could be an S tier. But he's never put in any events, so he just loses ground on the rest of them. But I wish. I think he's got such a good energy, Tappel.
I agree. He's just so nice.
I loved him in the last Pride with Anfrost Velvet and Gizzy Gazza. That was really good.
Oh my god, yeah. I watched Tappel's VOD for that one. I always watch his VODs back. I find them so entertaining. Like I don't watch them live because I just have specific people I watch live, but like watching his VODs are always super fun to watch.
And that was a chaotic one as well. So it's always chaotic teams with Tappel. You know, he's got the energy there. Like the one with Tubbo, which was I think 22, where they were miles last, and they just threw it the last game and just punched people off and to get to the other side. That was really funny.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah. Shoot. I don't know.
So,
I always think of him on like the pink parrots, like when you go back and watch like MCC 15 with him and like Wilbur, Rambo, and Tubbo. That is such a fun team to watch.
They did really well as well.
Good group of people.
They did insanely well. Bear in mind, it was Rambo's first game ever, or first tournament, and I don't think Tubbo was. No one saw him as a threat yet, and everyone always doesn't see Wilbur as a threat, which is wrong. But yeah, that was such a great tournament to watch them in because they just had a lot of fun and almost got to dodge belt, but just missed out because Rambo and Wilbur.
Yeah, but hopefully a team like that comes up again, like that sort of dynamic, because I would love to see that sort of thing again.
Definitely. So, again, another favourite. We keep going through favourites. What is your favourite game on MCC?
My favourite game is Ace Race.
Hell yeah!
I love Ace. I love Ace Race, dude. It's just it is so good because it's like. It's not like games like survival games and BattleBox have that like intensity that comes with like, ooh, who's gonna win like on the sides, who's gonna kill who first. But like Ace Race is so intense without having to do anything. Like it's like almost the same formula every time, but like every point of view does it different. Like I've seen some amazing like record-breaking stuff, and then there's Wilbur getting married to it. Like, it's just like, and then there's like Sapnap who vibes, like he has his music. It's like I always see TikToks of that afterwards of just whatever song he chose that day. And I don't know, it's definitely the game that I look at and would like and go, I want to play that one.
Definitely.
I would want to play that one because it just seems like so much fun.
I've never met anyone else whose favorite game has been Ace Race, so I'm very happy about that.
Yeah,
I love.
It's so good.
I just love.
It's so good. I stand by that. I stand by it.
The ridiculousness of every point of view. That Wilbur's pop is so funny. Tommy recently just everyone went off and listened to music, and he just sort of rambled to himself the entire time. That was amazing.
Is it just about balls?
And you could just see people more often pop up on Ace Race than anything. I remember Tommy doing it. He came second or third, and then Sylvie recently. And it's very much one where you just, the stress of it. You see them out in front, and you just edging them to get, the win. And there's so much about Ace Race that I love. I love how you can just continually get better at it as well. You can find about more routes. They've done such a great job in just creating so many routes and so on that I just don't think we'll ever see it fully optimized, and that's awesome.
Yeah, there's so many formulas to that game. Like people coming up with like shortcuts and all of that. It's just such a good game. I love watching Ace Race.
Every Ace Race.
I intensely watch Ace Race. I'll put aside time. Like I've been at work and I've gone on my break to watch Ace Race. Like it's just I will do it.
It's the one
I will do it.
I find the most clips on just so I can watch them. I'll go. I'm finding clips for videos and I'm like, yep, I'll find this Ace Race clip because I want to watch it back. And I just want every event there to be a new Ace Race map. But
I do wish there were more Ace Race maps, if anything.
Definitely.
Yeah, I just wish there were more maps because they're just good. I don't know. Need to watch more struggling on the really good members like behalfs.
I know they said they're changing the current maps because they have to put in all the new stuff into it. So that's got me worried that it won't be like until MCC 30 that we get another map. But
yeah.
But there might be improvements to these maps, so that'll be cool.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, on the flippity flop side, what is your least favorite game?
I loved reading this question because I was like, oh my god, I'm either gonna get yelled at or I have this really weird vendetta against Rocket Spleef Rush.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is. I just don't find it very interesting to watch. I loved Rocket Spleef. I loved Rocket Spleef. That one has so many iconic moments. Rush just doesn't do it for me. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. Like, I literally, like... I don't know. It just peeves me off a little bit. I don't know what it is. Like, there's, like... Every single game has, like, a good quality to it. No matter, like, even if I had a game, like that was just second last, like, I'm sure whatever I said about that game, like, I'd still have good things to say about it. Like, Rocket Spleef Rush, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, they rush. That's
they rush.
They definitely rush. But I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Fair enough. I like that opinion. I like different opinions on the games. I think Rocket Spleef Rush is one I pay less attention to. There'll be ones I pay less attention to, and I don't. There's a long period before anything starts happening, and if someone goes down, I feel sorry for them, which sort of happens in Hole in the Wall as well, where you're just like waiting for something to happen, actual things to get difficult. But then there'll be a bunch of people that lose early, and you're just like, oh no. It's either the people that don't know the games because they're not as skilled at Minecraft or haven't been in MCC before, or it's someone that's really skilled that you're like, oh no, why did they go out? That's bad.
It's always like they get a little bit too cocky right before, and then they like fall off. My favorite one is like watching, there's a clip of, I don't know which MCC it was from, Sapnap tries to jump over, but it clips, and he tries to do it really easily, and then he just starts screaming, and then he falls into the void. It's like, it's just this progression of, like, he's like, I'm gonna get over it, and then he just doesn't, and it's just great.
It's the perfect Sapnap moment.
Yeah, Hole in the Wall, it's like you need to watch very specific point of views for it to be interesting. Definitely. So
definitely. I still, my first ever memory of MCC, I did watch the first one, but I don't really remember it too much. But the second one where Wilbur block glitches, the Wilbur glitch, that was big for me. That's definitely, I just remember that perfectly. Which takes us perfectly on to notable moments that you remember from MCCs.
One that sticks in my brain a lot is when... God, I can never remember what MCC it is. I'm really bad at placing like specific ones. But where George just everyone's banked in their money in Sands of Time. And George is just strolling around. Like, they have like 20 seconds to go.
I remember this clip. I remember this.
On the other side of the map. And he's just, he uses some of his sand to get more coins.
Yeah.
But he just strolls over and he's like, guys, this is fine. Like, don't worry. And everyone's just like, you've screwed it for us. And he just walks in the portal. Like, he is such a chaotic person to watch in Sands of Time because he just does not care. He's like, I'll do it. I'll figure out a way, and you can't stop me. I will figure out a way.
You gave us a perfect Sapnap moment and then a George moment straight after.
I know.
There's literally their personalities in one moment.
I also think of like Weird Dunk every time.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Weird Dunk. Anytime that comes up.
It's such a weird thing that happened.
I know. I find it funny because it's like, as a new MCC watcher, like if that joke were to come up like in MCC 24, everyone would be like, what the hell does this mean? Like, you're a new watcher. But then if you're like an OG watcher, you're sitting there and you're just like, like, you know this one. Like, I just find it so funny that like the community can have inside jokes.
Definitely.
Because of moments like that. I think that's cool.
The Red Rabbits kept being dunked in the last event and just kept getting weird dunking chat.
Yeah, anytime it comes up, it's just like, yep, weird dunk.
Yeah, definitely. It always seems to be CPK or Tommy as well. So that was perfect for that event. So
I'm pretty sure CPK was the original weird dunk, like
definitely.
Wilbur, I think, and they were on I think they were on Yellow Yaks when it happened.
Like that. I watched it recently, so I really should remember, but.
Yeah, I saw it on like a clip thing recently, and I'm just like, oh, it's so fun to think about those times.
Right, the big question we come to every time is, well, it's not the biggest yet, but it is, who would your dream team be out of the current tournament players? Okay.
So I thought about this one a little bit. Well, obviously a lot, you know. I didn't just go, no. I think I always want to add. I know I talk about Tommy a lot. I like adding him because, you know, energy. I have a Tommy, Sapnap, Tubbo, and Philza group.
Okay.
Because like Sapnap and Tubbo have won together before. They were I think Tubbo's. I think it's his only win. I think he's only won once,
Tubbo
and Sapnap
clone.
Was there.
Tubbo clone, yeah.
Yeah, Tubbo clone. And like Tommy's won with Sapnap before, and he's won with Philza before. I just feel like they'd have a really good dynamic because like Sapnap tends to lead, though he's more of like a. I'm thinking back to the leaders video now. Sapnap's like I think of him as more of an aggressive leader that can like step back, but like I feel like this team wouldn't need a leader as much, but like he would end up probably taking that role. Whereas like they have the paternal role of Philza, and like Tubbo gives me little brother vibes, but he still obviously always gives like his input. Because all of them already have good dynamics to begin with, I feel like they'd be really good at like communicating what they want to do. And so that's why I thought these guys would be good. I also think like they're pretty good at movement based. PvP based games. Sorry, can't talk. PvP based games would be like really good for them. I just feel like because they got some people that are aggressive PvPers and some people that are like more defensive. So I just feel like it would be a good overall dynamic.
Tommy, that team would be insane at Sky Battle. I can imagine.
Oh yeah.
Tommy and Sapnap are already amazing, and I think Phil's is very good at just tugging along there, and Tubbo as well. That they would destroy in Sky Battle, and a lot of the other games. That was, again, Ace Race team, definitely. Oh yeah, I feel like Philza and Tubbo, regardless of the team they're on, are really good at like being good team players. Definitely. And like depending on the team they're on, they perform like better or let's say worse. Yeah. It's very true to me. So, they definitely. It just depends on who they're with and the vibe as well. I think is very important with Tubbo as well. He needs that. He needs that vibe of goodness. I don't know what I'm saying. But yes, and now we come to the actual ultimate question, which is, what would your dream team be if you could have anyone in the world? We're talking sports people to very other YouTubers and streamers to Barack Obama even. Barack Obama playing hole in the wall. I have mostly streamers for the team. Actually, they're all streamers. I have my first one as Fire Breath Man. He's a streamer. Yeah. He makes good MCC stuff. I enjoy watching it, like because it's like more passive. Yes. Like every single time he starts streaming and it's like, oh, MCC predictions. I'm like, all right, that's what I'm watching now for until it ends. Like it's just he has a very good energy about him, and I've seen him play Minecraft in like events. I believe he was in Block Wars. Yeah. And he was just. I don't know. He was a good player. I liked watching him play. I'd like to see his energy, especially seeing as I know that he loves MCC. Yes, I wouldn't want to pick people who don't like
love MCC and just want to play it for like, you know, because I just want to see people who love it be able to play, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
I have the Crocs man, who's actually a friend of mine. He is in a server called Clash of Creators, I believe.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah, definitely.
It's an MCC based server where it has like a lot of the MCC Rising like crew kind of are on it, and I've played so much Minecraft with him that I know he would just excel in anything. Anything they put in front of him. And it's why I also have Joe of all time. Oh my god, they make them together. I've played with both of them. I'd like to say I'm okay at Minecraft. I get put in a room with either of them, I'm gone immediately. Like, it isn't even like a debate. Like, I am just immediately losing. I just threw a pencil. Sorry. I was holding one as if I was like a professor. I don't know why. But they are just genuinely good at what they do. I've seen like the mock version on Clash of Creators. There's like an ace race. Crocs did really good at that. And then there's a parkour warrior that Crocs did really good at, and Joe did too. Even though Parkour Warrior isn't a game in it anymore, it would still probably like go well for them if they were to utilize those sort of skills. And then I have Wolfie because I love that. Okay. Once again, such high quality content. I'm pretty sure he's an MCC tester.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
He made a movie on one of the MCCs. I think it was 17. I'm not really sure though. And like, someone who puts that much dedication in getting all of the point of views to make a movie based off of one of the MCCs deserves that sort of, like, they deserve to be in it. Like, they just do. Because I just think it would be really cool to watch. And I don't like, and I feel like these four people would also get along. They all have that kind of like chill energy, but also like are willing to have fun. And that's all that matters, I feel like, with MCC. Obviously the skill matters,
yes,
but
definitely.
if they're not even a good watch, then they probably won't win anyway. Like, I'm sorry, but like most MCC teams, like when they're stagnant, they just don't communicate as well with each other.
No, definitely.
Yeah, so I would those are my four picks. They're all streamers. They're not quite Barack Obama.
No, I think they're awesome.
Though that would be funny. I would love to watch an MCC with Barack Obama. Imagine we're looking at the MCC like the updates and like yellow yaks, Barack Obama. Like, he's just there.
I like the idea that he doesn't even get into like Red Rabbits, because that's usually like the big team they start off with.
No, you gotta make it look normal. You gotta make it look like a totally usual MCC. Like Red Rabbit's got some normal people in there. It's like a Fruits Berries team. Okay, you got the Orange Ocelots go by. Phil's is on it or something. You're like, oh, okay, totally normal MCC. Yellow Yaks comes along. Barack Obama. He isn't even the first one. He's like the third, right? And he's with streamers. Like, he's just with other streamers. It's like you don't even notice he's there. It's like
just with his with his actual name as well. Just no Minecraft or streamer name.
No
Barack Obama.
I think it'd be funny because it's just like you have these like four people. One of them's Barack Obama, and then like everyone's like, "Oh, this is a joke." Who actually is like playing on MCC? And then you show up and it's Barack Obama. You just hear his voice. I can't even imagine.
That would be incredible. Incredible.
Oh my god.
My final question is, who will you be supporting and who will be the winners in the next event? If not Barack Obama, you know, he might sub in for someone.
Oh yeah, someone drops out. There's something in Barack Obama today. So, as Are we surprised that I'm just going to say Orange Ocelots because I'm a Tommy Innit watcher? No, we're not surprised. I will probably be supporting Orange Ocelots. I love that group of people. It's got Tubbo. It's got Jack Manifold.
I'm
it's
so
got
excited
H-Bomb.
for them. I'm so excited.
I was surprised to see, because, like, normally Tommy doesn't get put on, like, he'll get put on, like, Purple Pandas, Pink Parrots, or Red Rabbits. Like, he's always in the same sort of group. He's always in one of those teams. But then it's just like, he's on Orange Onslaughts. I'm like, oh, shoot, okay, that's random. But I know you're going to disagree with this, because I watched your MCC 24 predictions video. I think Red Rabbits is a really good chance. I think we're gonna break another curse, okay? The captain got his curse broken. We need to break another one.
It's the time of curse breakage. It definitely is. There's a lot of people with curses, though, coming into this tournament.
There are a lot of people. We gotta break some curses, okay? Purpled is just so good as a leader. Purpled is such a well-rounded player. I don't really see where he struggles.
No, there's nothing so far. He's incredible. I don't know if we've seen him in Build Mart, but I still somehow think he'd be good at it.
I feel like he'd have a very methodical approach to Build Mart. Like, I honestly think he would find a way to just, like, kick it out of the park. I do worry about, like, communication with him sometimes, like, when I watch, but he ends up being pretty good at it. Like, a lot of people I've seen said that he's he is a really good leader, and he was probably one of the quickest S tiers. Like he was just immediately S tier.
Definitely.
And it's like him and like JoJo, I think, were like really quick S tiers.
Yes, yeah.
Sorry. He's a really good leader. They don't really have any weak spots as a team. I'd probably prioritize more like team-based games or movement-based games, though. Like, I think this team is like, they do good in a PvP game, but like I don't look at any of these people. Like, I don't look at Puffy or Rambo or Wilbur and think, yes, PvP. You know, like it's just not that team that you look at and immediately think that. But I still feel like they wouldn't do bad at it. Like, I feel like this would be a good Grid Runners team.
Yeah, I think they'd be a good Battle Box team as well for not being a PvP team for some reason. Yeah. I think Wilbur gets a lot of the games, which comes with being in every event. But he brings that knowledge into a lot of the tournaments. And with different strats as well. He of course made the Wilbur. He was the first person to do that. He brought a lot into, and he's got so much better. And I think Rambu's amazing. He definitely needs to do well this tournament because he's been a few, but I think he's incredible. And I think Puffy is a great support player, and some of these teams don't have that. Someone with a calm head to just make sure that the team is going in with it, dealing with it, a crisis, just there to calm everything down. I think that's really important. And some of these teams don't have that. So I think the fact they have it is going to be amazing.
I would love to see this team in Sands of Time.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I would love to see this team in Sands of Time. I just think it would be such a good... Like, I don't know. Watching Rambo in Sands of Time, he does he does really good in Sands of Time. Wilbur's like really good at like being the sand guy. And like Purple's good at calling shots. Puffy's once again a really good support player, so like she'll be able to actually like also communicate very well. And Rambo's good at like the word puzzles too, for some of the keys. So
yes, yeah, that they are beyond me.
I'm really bad at those normally, but like when I'm watching anyone do them, I'm staring at them like I can solve this in like 2 seconds. Like I know what these words are. I just never know. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm watching them solve it, and I'm like, the stress must be getting to your head right now, because, like, I can see, like, 4 possible words right now.
I remember when it was Queen for Tommy, and he just took ages to realise. That was so funny. He was doing one of the word puzzles, and it was Queen. And he was just standing there, so confused.
I loved watching Tubbo do... They gave it to Tubbo, and it's just like, what are you doing? That poor guy, like, he's sitting there trying to solve it, and he's like, you can hear him like twice basically be like, I can't do this one, and none of them are paying attention to him. He's like, I can't read it. Why are you giving me the word puzzle?
Oh, that's amazing.
Like, I remember I was just like watching him like, this is cruel. This is like torture. Why would you like, I mean, like, if he wanted to, sure, but like he definitely didn't. He was like, please take these back. Please don't make me try and get the red key. This is not a good time.
Poor Tubbo. Oh wow. Oh, God. Wow, that's awesome. I do hope I really hope Red and Orange do very well. I think I'll be watching Orange as well. So yes, I'm fully on board with that. But thank you so much for coming on. This has been incredible.
Thank you for having me.
I found someone who likes Ace Race. Yes, that's true. Pardon?
Had to get the meetup in.
Yes,
my comment
definitely.
section is literally just like, he sent me here. I'm like, that's how I found your channel in the first place, because I had like 4 or 5 people be like, I was actually sent here. I'm like, where did you come from? So.
Well, I watched your video and then I did a stream and I was like, it needs a shout out. It needs a shout out. It was great.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for coming on. Do you want to shout out your channel, please?
All right, yeah, cool. I am the most inconsistent YouTube creator ever. Got my channel BlurriosHut's. I make subpar videos. They're cool, I guess. I don't really know.
Not subpar. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Hey, come on. I am a very inconsistent poster. Mostly because I am lazy. I try my best. Sometimes it requires 2 videos. I have 2 videos up, but okay, it's okay. If you're into that sort of content, though, MCC based, where it's literally just me talking with videos clips in the background, then you can check me out on BlurriosHut's.
That's what my entire channel is, so they should be in on it.
You're very consistent, though. That's the difference.
Well,
you're very consistent.
I'm also very lazy, but I sort of just.
You are lazy?
Yeah.
Your posting schedule does not say that.
It's a off. It's something. I have to get myself in gear. I have to go. Yep, this needs to be out. I need to get these out. If I promise myself I'll make 2 videos in a week, then they have to be made. Otherwise, they just won't be. They just won't be.
Otherwise, there won't be. There will not be 2 videos.
But yes, thank you so much, and yeah, definitely subscribe. She's been too humble. They're amazing. They're amazing videos. The editing, the editing on them is so good. I'm so jealous. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, I have years of experience in that field, so I mean, like.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and of course, peace.